Billionaire Dem obsessed with impeaching Trump to spend $110 million on Koch-brothers-style network. Billionaire former hedge fund manager Tom Steyer is planning to sink at least $110 million in the midterm elections, making him the biggest investor on the left in campaign cash and setting him as a rival to the conservative Koch brothers. Steyer is a longtime Democratic donor and fundraiser who was mentioned for multiple positions in President Barack Obama's cabinet. His midterm money beats the $80 million fellow billionaire Michael Bloomberg is sinking into the 2018 contest. But he's also taken on a cause since Donald Trump was elected that Democratic leaders have shown little appetite for: impeachment. In October 2017, Steyer spent around $10 million for a television ad campaign advocating for Trump's impeachment and founded the group, Need to Impeach. This year he will put his cash toward building out his political organizations, Next Gen America and Need to Impeach, as well as funding clean energy ballot initiatives in Arizona and Nevada, Politico reported. His net worth and political activism bring comparisons to Charles and David Koch, the billionaire industrialist brothers who support Republican candidates through their political group Americans for Prosperity. The brothers plan to drop around $400 million into the 2018 election through their various groups. Steyer has plans to form a political network of his own through the political organizations he's building, the nearly 1,000 staff he's hiring, the over 2,000 volunteers he's recruited, and the large distribution lists of voters' names he's compiled. All this will give Steyer the ability to shape and define the issues Democrats run on in November. His team argues the non-traditional voters Steyer has already activated could be the deciding factor in the 2018 contests. He spent about $67 million of his personal fortune in the 2014 midterm elections and had a 40% success rate. Of the 7 Senate and gubernatorial candidates he supported, 3 won their races. Steyer founded Farallon Capital and made his fortunes through the hedge fund, which was managing $20 billion by the time he left the company in October 2012 to work on clean energy issues. He was a prolific fundraiser for Obama and was mentioned for 2 different cabinet posts, Treasury Secretary and Energy Secretary, although neither ever materialized. But in the past few years he's directed his funds toward his own efforts and groups instead of the party's coffers. His Next Gen America focuses on climate, immigration, healthcare and equality issues and wants to rally young voters in 12 states that will likely be important in 2018 and 2020. His wealth and political involvement has stirred up talk he may make his own bid for public office, such as a 2020 presidential challenge. Adding to the talk, Steyer was in New Hampshire earlier this month arguing for Trump's impeachment. He's met the criteria to be impeached. He's dangerous to our democracy. He's dangerous to the safety and health of the American people, he said. He argues Trump has violated the emoluments clause of the Constitution and has obstructed justice. But Steyer dismisses the presidential talk, pointing out that many thought his political spending would lead to a 2018 California gubernatorial or Senate campaign. However, while in New Hampshire, he indicated his view could change after the midterm elections ended. I am definitely going to be 100% for social justice in the United States on November 7, 2018, which is the day after Election Day, he said during his visit to the state that holds the first presidential primary. I am extremely determined to get the United States off this disastrous path we're on. Steyer's group has also commissioned internal polls and focus group data they say shows voters want Democratic voters to talk impeachment, an issue Democratic leaders worry could backfire on them in the election. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi warned earlier this month impeachment could be a distraction ahead of the election. In the Congress, we want to stay focused on honoring our oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution and our country, she said. That's our fight. Democrats have introduced articles of impeachment against Trump in the House, but those efforts have not advanced in the GOP-controlled chamber. One of Steyer's advisers dismissed the party leader